Welcome to the next video in my tree identifying series. This video will begin to look at the conifers, starting with the arborvitaes, also known as cedars. If you missed any of my previous 17 videos on the deciduous trees, just go to YouTube and search Jan Rani and my channel with my videos will pop up. The videos range from just under 2 minutes to 9 minutes depending on how many trees are in a family. Before we look at the arborvitaes, the term conifers, also known as evergreens, get the name from the fact that the seeds are in cones. In the deciduous trees, leaf trees that drop their leaves in the fall, the most important things to look for in properly identifying the tree was to look at the leaf and, if in winter, the twig, as the characteristics of each tree are in these two items, and each tree has its own leaf shape and twig. With the conifers, the two most important things to look at are the needles and cones, as these are each unique to a species. The term evergreen is not really accurate, as all conifers lose about a third of their needles every year. In Canada, there are more conifers than deciduous trees. There are 10 families of coniferous trees native to Canada, and as mentioned, this video will begin the conifers by looking at the arborvitae. The arborvitae, also known as cedar, which is really a misnomer as the Latin term for the cedar genus is Cedrus, and the arborvitae or tree of life is in the Thuja genus. There are no true cedars in North America, and of the 6 Thuja species in North America, only 2 are native to Canada. The eastern white cedar, or Thuja occidentalis, can be found in the forested regions from Nova Scotia to Manitoba and ranges from 20 feet and 6-inch diameters, mostly in Nova Scotia, to 70 feet tall and 2 feet in diameter as we had on our cottage woodlot in the Quebec Laurentians. My uncle from Nova Scotia was impressed with his cedar that grew to about 25 feet and had an 8-inch diameter until he saw our cedars. The needles are flat and rounded, yellowish green. The cones are small and grow from 1/3 to 1/2 inch long and are oval. They ripen in late summer and shed the following year. The bark has long, stringy, shallow ridges and is gray in color. Most softwoods are not the best wood for firewood, and the eastern white cedar only has a firewood rating of 12. However, the wood of the eastern white cedar is aromatic and often used to line chests. It is also a wood that resists decay, so it is commonly used for posts and cedar shingles. We had a log house made from the eastern white cedar logs when we lived in Nova Scotia. The western red cedar, or Thuja plicata, is the big brother to the eastern white cedar. The western red cedar easily grows to 150 feet, but can even reach 200 feet and have an 8-foot diameter. Seeing these giants for the first time made our 70-foot cedars look insignificant. The needles look like eastern white cedar and are also flat and tightly together, yellowish green. The cones are 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch long and oval, also ripening in the late summer and shedding the following year. The bark is thin, reddish-brown, forming flat ridges as they mature. The firewood rating is 23, but the western red cedar is most valued for timber and is used for boat building, exterior siding, window sashes, and outdoor furniture. This brings us to the end of the Canadian cedars. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can join me for the next video, which will look at the cypress. See you then!